Hello, Matt from Education AI here. Quick comments on why ChatGPT, Dolly, other software from this company, OpenAI, are currently free. Well, from the company, for the past couple of years, they've really had a direct statement that they want to guide this kind of software into a positive direction. So if they're kind of the first ones to the market and they're good, it may kind of force the market to follow in their footsteps. They're doing a really good job of it right now because we're already talking about it. I probably wouldn't be talking about it if there was not already really solid software in there. My students are already using it. So by making it free, a lot more people are interested in it than if it would have been behind a paywall that really only industries could use. Next big thing would be that we are testing this software for them right now. If you've ever interacted with video games or you have kids that play video games, you definitely see this, okay? They'll send out a beta version of the game, everybody interacts with it, they find all the bugs, and then they tell the company, like, hey, this part of this game is broken. We're doing the same thing for OpenAI right now, because every time something pops up that doesn't quite work right, they get a report and says like, oh, we need to fix this, we need to mold this, and they have actual software engineers that go back and kind of mold that software to go where it needs to go. This is also why whenever it first came out, people were able to make it do things that OpenAI really did not want them to do. So that got out into the news, that got into reports, or people sent forums to tell them this is what's happening, and then they were able to put new restrictions on the software. Compared to the sheer volume of people that are using it and testing it now, it would have been prohibitively expensive to hire that many people to test it across all of the different creative ways that people are using it now. So where am I getting this from? Well, if you look at OpenAI's website, they directly state it. We know that websites can be full of wrong information. However, this is what they say. So when we look at this and why it's free, it says, we know that many limitations remain and we plan to make regular model updates to improve in areas. But we also hope that by providing an accessible interface to ChatGPT, we will get valuable user feedback on issues that we are not already aware of. Users are encouraged to provide feedback on problematic model outputs through the UI, as well on false positive negatives from the external content filter, which is also part of the interface. So they continue on to talk about harmful outputs, feedback, and that, quote unquote, we are excited to carry the lessons from this release into the development of more capable systems, just as earlier deployments informed this one. So this company is definitely looking at all of the interfaces and interactions that are happening now to see what they need to do for GPT-4. I also thought it would be fun to ask ChatGPT, why are you free? Well, the first one wasn't great, but it started off with, why are you free? Mine. I am free because I'm an artificial intelligence and do not have physical limitations or the ability to experience freedom or captivity. I exist to provide information and perform tasks as programmed by my creators at OpenAI. This is exactly what ChatGPT or OpenAI is looking for. They're looking to see, this is the question and this was the incorrect response. While that would have been true, I mean, technically, if my intent was different, it's not what I meant. So it's learning this because I did a follow-up question, which was, why do you not cost money to use? Response, I do not cost money to use because OpenAI, the organization that created me, has made me available to the public for free. They believe that making advanced AI technology accessible to everyone will help to drive innovation and promote the development of new and exciting collaborations. Okay, that's kind of along with what OpenAI already said. Makes sense that their software states what they are going to be doing. I followed up with a quick question on, will you charge in the future? The response was, it's possible that OpenAI might choose to charge for access to me or my capabilities in the future, but it's at the discretion of the organization. That makes sense. Last thing, I think this is a really excellent way for OpenAI to get their name out to the public. This is no longer a company that only people interested in the field of text language based software are interested in. I have 8th graders and 5th graders and teachers that have been teaching for 30 years that don't even have cell phones looking into this, right? So by releasing it free to the public, a lot more people are talking about it, a lot more people are using it in their life. So that allows them to get people to really build this into a workflow, realize how useful it is. If they move into a tiered subscription service, it may be really difficult for these people that use this service to stop using it and will be much more likely to become paid customers. So that's a very strong economic incentive for them to release it in this format at first. Is that the reason? Maybe not, maybe so, but it makes sense to me. So they have a reason to do it. There's a potential economic benefit in the back end. They're currently spending a ton of money running this for free. Best estimates is that they're spending $100,000 a day just running servers. That's a $3 million a month cash burn, and they're bringing no outside investments in other than the people that were original investors and like Microsoft. So that brings money in, but they have to prove to be profitable, I think, in the long run. So there's some competing interest. We'll see which one actually plays out. I believe, and I could be wrong, I'm probably wrong, the future predicting business is really hard. I think there'll probably be tiered subscription services for power users, people that use it for things like Siri, right? This may take over that. So if you just use it a little bit, maybe that's free. You get to ask like a question a day. Or if you're a software engineer and you're really going through and having it design code, that may cost a vastly more significant amount of money. So that's kind of where it's going. We'll see.